Hi guys, my name is Dr. Rocker and today I'll show you how to bring your comic book drawing to the next level with drawing veins and folds. So let's get right into the subject. But first, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so you won't miss out on any of my future videos and tutorials. But now my friends, let's draw! Okay guys, we are starting with the veins, and as you will be able to see in a second, this is incredibly easy. Since the most important spots for veins are on the arm, I drew one to show you where they belong. Once we have everything shaded in with the pencil, we just draw the lines where we want our veins to be. For that we use very light lines. And then we take the eraser like you can see here and erase everything above this line. But only as thick as you want your veins to be. Then we pick up the pencil again and only draw the shadow the vein produces. And towards a dark shadow of a muscle, the shadow of the vein gets thicker as well. Every now and then we break up the line a little bit so it looks more natural, but we never touch the top of the vein. Cause veins are supposed to be a negative space drawing, which means we only draw the shadow the vein produces. And here's a little close-up in real time. And now I want to show you a really nice method when you want to do your drawing in inks. For that I drew a different arm to mix it up a little bit and help you to give you a better feel of where the veins should be. You don't have to place them exactly where I do, but if you want them to stick out, and we want them to stick out, then make sure that they cross the lines from the muscles. For inking the veins, I would highly recommend a Tombow brush pen. And when inking, the veins should be the first thing you do, cause nothing crosses their lines. And it's really super duper easy with the Tombow pen. Just make sure that the tip of the pen is pointing towards the vein, cause then you have a straight line where you need it to be, and with varying the pressure of the pen, the shadows of the veins are getting bigger where we need them to. Okay, so now let's ink this thing real quick. And here you can see already how great these veins pop out just because we are not touching them with the hatching lines, which is very important not to do. And when you render the drawing, you also should render the veins, but only with really small dots. And just to show you again, here's a vein oversized so you can see properly, including rendering. And to sum it up, another one in pencils. Also including our small dots for rendering the really small veins. Now I want to show you all the spots where veins are working greatly on a superhero body. So let's draw a body. And here we go, drawing in all the nice spots for veins on a ripped superhero. Or villain. And since a lot of veins are making a character quite dangerous looking, you can go nuts when drawing a villain. And when your character is wearing a suit, which usually is the case, you could argue that actually there should no veins to be seen because the fabric of the suit would hide them. But I say, I don't care, veins are looking vicious, veins are looking cool, such a great detail on your hero, just do whatever you like. And here on the neck, I guess this is actually a tendon, but it's also very important to draw those in. And they work exactly the same way as our veins do. Okay, so now you know how to draw veins and where to put them. Which means our character needs some closing now. Cause it's time for folds! As you can see, the lines I drew show that our character wears a tight suit. But still it doesn't look quite like that. But all of this will change once the folds come in. And like before with the veins, we are using a very thin and fine line to define where the folds will be. And the best spots for those are the crotch, the wrist, the lower chest, the knees, the elbow, and where the hands meet the chest muscle. Same as with the veins, we erase everything above this small line we just drew. The main difference, compared to the curvy veins, those folds will produce a very straight line. But other than that, it's quite the same. It's also a negative space drawing, which means we only draw the shadow the fold will produce. And this shadow will also get a little bit bigger if the muscle underneath also draws a bigger shadow. Quite simple, but super effective. Pay attention at how much it already looks more like he wears clothes. And even if there is a cast shadow in the strong blacks, I like to draw in these folds. You wouldn't see them in real life then, but I just like it. This, I dare say, belongs in the category My Drawing, My Rules. And just to show it to you properly, I drew it again oversized. And by the way, you can also render the folds, but I tend to not to. For some reason I think they just look better without any rendering. Especially when they are so small like in this drawing. And what I forgot to show you before, it's also really cool to draw some folds on the stomach area. Makes the chest appear bigger because he's more ripped, which means the fabric on the belly area is a little bit more loose. And speaking of which, if you want to draw the trousers a little bit more loose as well, then follow this zigzag pattern. It works amazing and I'm pretty proud of figuring this out. Cause this is one of the things where you see a finished drawing and you think, this looks amazing, but how is it done? Well, that's the way. Just follow my lead, do these zigzag patterns and then fill in all the little strong blacks. Light is coming from above. This looks really professional, but still is very easy once you know how it's done. Just try not to overdo these folds, because then it would lose the magic. Which means the higher we come up, the white surfaces should get bigger. And the further we get down, the dark areas, the black areas are getting bigger. And since we are talking folds here, we will also take a closer look at a cape from a superhero. You just have to follow these simple patterns who are wrapping around the neck muscle. Try not to keep them too consistent, mix them up a little bit and then just shadow them in like I do right here. Just follow my lead. Also really simple once you know how it's done. And here, just to take it in again, everything we learned today. And you will be able to find this piece as reference on my Instagram page. Okay, so I guess this is everything we need to know. Which means we will put this knowledge to use now on an actual comic book drawing. I will only show you bits of the drawing process, but we'll go more in depth when it comes to veins and folds. So, let's go!
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And we're done with Black Panther. This is a really cool character and always fun to draw. And enough space for lots of veins and folds. But those make him look extra cool and bring the drawing to the next level. Okay people, I guess that's everything I wanted to teach you today. But before we wrap this up, some shoutouts are in order. For example, a guy called YEET who won one of my marker giveaways drew me as Iron Man. Pretty cool. It turns out he's also a YouTuber. I will leave the link to the video where he drew this down in the description. Thank you for drawing me like this. Really cool. There's also YASH Art, who drew me as a superhero as well. I will also try to find the link to this video and leave it down in the description. So thank you, YASH Art. Also, check out PENCILPEDIA. He drew not just me, but also my son and a lot of Dr. Rocket drawings in the background. Really cool art. Thank you for that, my friend. And an extra shout out to my Filipino friend, Mskong. I hope I pronounced this right. But now, my friends, don't forget to draw every day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification bell. And see you in the next video. And until then, check out this video. That's where I'll show you an overview of everything you need to know for drawing a comic book character. From sketching, inking, all the stuff, all the rendering. You really might like it. It's one of my best going videos. I'm pretty proud of it. I drew the Spawn and the Violator. Check it out, see you there, and after that I will see you on my next video.